welcome to the key. This is mini lesson 19. We're going to cover Patrol Guide chapter 212, part 1. When we do this in class, we do 3 separate weeks for Patrol Guide 212 because it's that big of a chapter. 212 part 1 is 1 week, the following week is 212 part 2, and so on. So today I'm going to just do some highlights from 212 part 1. All right? I'm going to cover 4 procedures. They're the 4 procedures that most often get tested from 212 part 1. So it's 212.02 meal period, 212.04 crime scene, 212.08 activity logs, believe it or not, they ask that a lot, and 212.11, we call it stop and frisk, investigative encounters. They've hit that a few times on recent exams. I believe you're going to get a couple more questions this time. So I included the whole. It's a 15-page lesson, 1 page of questions, 1 page of answers, 13 pages. I mean, it's 20-something pages of the Patrol Guide. Again, as always, read the Patrol Guide procedures, 212.02, meal period, 04, crime scene, 08, activity logs, and 11, investigative encounters, right? Read all of this, 20-some odd pages, read them first, then study the lesson, all right? You can start with the questions and then study the lesson. A couple of things to say about the questions. We use an acronym for when you're mandated to call a crime scene. All the questions refer to crime scene because that is the most tested of this set of procedures. We have an acronym, HARBOR, H-A-R-B-O-R. You'll see a homicide, etc., right? Remember last week I was talking about you see a correct action on the exam. Hold off. You may not be done yet. Make sure that correct action is attached to the correct actor, right? There's more than just the correct action. Same thing here. Each one of these entries on the acronym HARBOR, are you mandated to call a crime scene? There's a rape on there, there's robberies on there, there's assaults on there. It's not just assault. It's assault. You have to have a couple of pieces attached. Deadly instrument was used. The person is likely to die, right? Robbery, same thing. There are attachments. So when you see the crime, oh, that's on a list of HARBOR. Hold on. You got to make sure the attachments are there. You'll see. It's all broken down well, and it's tested well in today's lesson. About the questions also, one last piece. There are things that you do every single day that makes sense. It's the next natural step. Could be wrong in Patrol Guide world. Okay, remember, you study to take an exam. You're not actually figuring out what to do next in a situation, okay? You'll see exactly what I mean. When you get to question 3, you'll see what I mean. Ridiculously precise statements should stand out in your mind as you study because that's where the hard... If it's so different from what reality would call for, make a note, highlight it, try to remember it, pops up on the exam. I want to say a few things about 212.11 because it changed in 2016. Couple points, all right? It's like 9 pages in today's lesson, all right? You want to spend some time on it. Read the Patrol Guide. It's like 19 pages of the Patrol Guide. And then study the lesson. It used to say identify yourself when not in uniform. Now it says identify yourself whether you're in uniform or not. Very important change. Other little changes, they're all listed well. I just want to mention 1 or 2 more. The basis for the stop or the basis for the encounter. It used to go on both the stop report and in your activity log. And when a new procedure came out, it says put the basis for the stop on the stop report. They left off activity log. I'm shocked, but it's not there. It used to go 2 places. Now it only goes 1 place. Lastly, I'll say this. You only make a stop report at level 3. You don't make it in 1 or 2, right? The common law right of inquiry consent to search form. If you walk up to somebody and say, listen, can I search you? You got to make out a form just because you ask. Whether they say yes or no, doesn't matter. Make up that form. CLRI, we call it, common law right of inquiry, consent to search form. Think about this. You can't ask for consent in a level 1, and in a level 3, you make a stop report, which you don't make in levels 1 and 2. You only make the stop report in level 3. And when you make the stop report in level 3, if you asked for consent to search, you note that. All it says doesn't say don't make the CLRI consent form in level 3. It says to note that fact that you asked for consent on the stop report. So what do we deduce about this CLRI consent to search form? Level 2 only. Level 2 only. Because in level 1 you can't ask for consent to search. And in level 3, if you do ask, you put that fact on the stop report. So the CLRI consent to search report, only on level 2, okay? This is how you read the Patrol Guide, then you study the key lesson, all right? And this is how we prepare for the tough exams. Okay, it's almost 5 minutes. I'll talk to you next week.